G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. Hope you guys are doing well. We are on Parma 2 in the... is this a city or a town? Called Paradiso. And yeah, I guess this is some sort of a resort town. And it does look quite nice. We've already been asked by some of the staff here to help out with some missing items. And we've found a couple of them, but we still need to find the other two. So let's actually continue that quest line, shall we? So let's take a look once more at the list of things we need to find. So we found the room key card. That was on the 5th floor. Then we found the slate, which was in the bar. And yeah, we've got this missing thermos. So it should be near the spaceport. We'll go back to the ship and see if we can find that. And there's this wedding ring outside entrance to the cabana. Dropped on the beach. Outside the entrance to a cabana. Okay, right. Well, let's take a look. Maybe we'll start with the spaceport, because the spaceport's just back... is it back this way or that way? I can't remember now. Let's actually just... yeah. Our ship is over there, so that should be where the spaceport is. And, yeah. Once we complete all of this, we're going to have to sort of decide what to do next. And I think it's going to be that first contact mission that we have since we've landed here, which is sort of bugging me a little bit, that ship. And, you know, they don't seem to be...
is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
It is my sincerest wish that this humble robot servant has brightened your day. If I have failed in any way, please know that I am dreadfully sorry.
Okay. He uses the words dreadfully sorry a whole lot, doesn't he? And yeah, I guess speaking of, that was definitely related to, I guess the next mission that we're going to look into, I would say. That ship in orbit and what's going on there. Who knows, it could be very exciting, or it might be extremely dull, so whatever it is, we'll take a look into it once we complete finding all this stuff that people need found. I think this is the thermos, right, that we're looking for. Is this the only spaceport, or is there another spaceport somewhere? So,
hope you're staying safe out there.
This is security. We have been to security before. I don't think it'll be in there. I don't suppose we're still in the spaceport general area, are we? Because we're not exactly having any luck. I wonder if it might be better for us to try and come back during the daytime. Maybe it's around here with all of the bags and stuff. Maybe not.
You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
Ah, here it is. Oh no, that's toilet paper tube. Bloody hell. They got excited for nothing. I wonder if it's gonna be like really, really tucked away somewhere. Yeah, I've definitely been through here. I mean, considering how rich some of these guests are, I don't really know why they really want this thermos back, but... Unless it has, like, Aurora in it, for example, then maybe that could be the reason. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe around here? Nope. Been through all of these areas. That goes back there. Maybe we should try and go for the ring and then come back. Spaceport area. I mean, our ship is the only one here. I wonder if there's another spaceport area somewhere else. Maybe I'll have a chat with this Viator.
Please let Paradiso staff know if I, or anything else, is not performing to your standards. I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
What about this Muhammad Tafiq?
Hey, I noticed you arriving at port shortly after I did. Something's been bothering me, and I've been dying to ask another guest. They told us there was a very active meteor shower, which is why we had to divert our flight path coming in for our landing. But I haven't seen a single shooting star since I've been here. That's weird, right?
Yeah, very, very. I came here on a different way on my own ship.
Oh, That's fair. I'll just have to ask around. The view coming in is so beautiful. You should really take the shuttle here sometime. Unless, of course, they've done away with that flight path for some reason. I sure hope not. Anyway, enjoy your stay. Sorry for bothering you.
Yeah, spaceport area. Could it be like down here? Huh.
I shouldn't be telling you this, but don't own a 6 property line, Jess.
Or maybe down here? Ah, here we go. Lost thermos. Nice. Okay, and then we've got the lost wedding ring, and I don't know, guys, with it being so dark, I feel like we should just have a sleep and come back when it's a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. So, yeah, let's go to the cockpit. We'll stand up and we'll try and get to a bed.
It's good to be on the boat.
So let's go with, what time is it? Oh yeah. So maybe we'll go 7 hours. Or actually this is 11 hours. No. Yeah, that's oh yeah, maybe 9 hours might be all right. So it should be close to 8 o'clock. Hopefully the sun's out by then. Okay, very bright. Exactly what we need. Actually, that's also part of the spaceport over there. Didn't really see that in all the darkness, so we could have explored that way, but I mean, that would have been futile, I guess.
Ah! Got sand in my shoes again.
Okay, so just need to find where that cabana was again. I think we saw it the previous episode, right? Didn't exactly interact with anyone there, but... I think that's it, right? So let's look around. I think maybe first person's probably better for this. Leave us a review. Thank you for staying with us at Paradiso Resort and Hotel. In an effort to improve our experience for your next visit, please rate your current level of satisfaction with our services in the following categories with a value from 1, not satisfied, to 5, extremely satisfied. Overall friendliness and hospitality, 4. Cleanliness, 4. Overall value, 2. Yeah, it is probably pretty expensive here. Room and accommodations, 5. Resort amenities and activities, 3. Any other comments? This is our second time here, and I must say that while the beaches are nice, I wish they were a little more spread out. We stayed in one of the deluxe beachfront cabanas this visit, which was very posh and comfortable. Though my husband ordered the 6-prawn delight, we felt It was way overpriced, but we're on vacation and decided to splurge. Unfortunately, he got violently ill afterwards and had to be lifted to the nearest hospital facility off-world. Okay, not great. Anyway, I'm kind of enjoying the resort now a little bit better without him here. It seems much quieter and calmer without his complaining. Also, I was told there would be windsurfing. Why is there no windsurfing? Is this the same person that made those various complaints about the Six Prawn Delight? I think so. There's a guy who kept like ordering and reordering it and saying that it tasted funny. Alright, so it must be around here somewhere, right? Like this wedding ring. Is it near the entrance of the cabana or whatever? I don't know why you would want to bring a fishbowl all the way out here, but anyway. Maybe not around here. Maybe in the cabana itself.
Everything here is a little more expensive than what I expected. Guess that's how they get you.
Hey
I wonder
there.
if the bartender might know a thing or two about it.
Some of our guests think everything is complimentary. I've seen people walk away with towels, silverware, you name it.
Yeah, she doesn't exactly say anything new. The Paradiso complex. Okay, this is quite long. So, I'll let you guys have a read in your own time. What do we have here? Peach and a wrench. Okay, quite random. I wonder if it could be in the water somewhere. Or maybe they lost it while playing beach volleyball or something. Okay, not seeing it here. I don't know if we're going a little bit too far. Oh, what is that? Oh no, okay, it's just people. Yeah, people just doing normal people stuff, you know.
I don't think any place could be more perfect.
Yep. Yeah, okay. Totally natural.
I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered
Harish
by anyone.
Joshi.
We've been having some trouble with our resort activities. But don't worry, I'm working on it. Hey there, I'm Harish. If you're looking for stuff to do at the resort or have any other questions, especially about our amazing beach, I'm your guy.
Anything dangerous in the water I should know about?
It's a big planet with a ton of water, so I'd be lying if I told you I knew everything was perfectly safe. But I do know we've never, and I mean never, had an incident with local wildlife that left anyone significantly injured. Everything we've run into is so docile and beautiful in their own ways. It's almost like nature knew what it was doing and created the best possible world for Paradiso.
So, what's your role here at the resort?
Oh, me? Limited at the moment. I'm between gigs, actually. I was hired recently to run wind sailing, but that's been canceled due to high winds. Whatever, man. Those winds are the best part. It wasn't even that bad. Too many guests just couldn't get the hang of it. Now, I've been assigned to lead the guided meditations, but they haven't started up yet, and, well, we'll just see how that goes. I've never done it before.
Classic. What's the best thing about Paradiso?
I'm surprised you even have to ask. Look around. I mean, what's not to love? But honestly, I'm kind of a beach nut. I could spend hours with my toes in the sand. Hey, maybe that's where I should run the guided meditation I'm supposed to run.
Okay.
See you.
Why did I think 3 days was going to be enough?
Yeah, he didn't really help, did he? So, I wonder if it could be like on top of the cabana or something like that, maybe? Who knows? Totally failed. Let's try that again. No. Okay. Of course not. Alright. Must be here somewhere, right? Like, would the game deliberately tell you one spot and it turn out to be somewhere else?
Yet another nice day
Check
in
every
Paradiso.
nook and cranny.
They're all nice days, I guess.
So, these things are highlighted, but we can't exactly interact with them. Oh, actually no, we can. I'm just gonna move some of this stuff around. See if it's in here or not. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I just made a bit of a mess there, but
Piss off, I ain't bothering you.
I'm sure
No one's going to care if I call out sick from work.
they'll
for
clean it up.
another week,
They'll
right?
clean up after us, right? Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, I thought it was on the chair for a second there. And this cesium is really not making things easy for us either. So there's this unique character
I'm
here,
fairly new here, so
whatever his name
sorry
is,
in advance
Corbin
if I screw something
Carpenter.
The hell you looking at?
I'm looking at you, man, and your weird sort of thing, whatever this thing is that you've got going on. Maybe that's like part of his gear or something. I was going to ask him if he knows anything about the
Unless you're
ring.
here to liquor me up or sell me drugs, you're no use to me.
Can't wait for my shift to be over so I can relax like a guest.
Yeah, okay, one more look around the entire sort of seating area here, and if we don't find it, then what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to move on to that more exciting quest line of checking out the ship that's in orbit, and I might do a little bit of research online to see where we can find this ring. I'm pretty sure the game should just automatically sort of tell you
so many activities
where
I'm
the thing
looking forward
is
to
if you're
doing.
within the vicinity,
But
right?
I
So
just haven't
unless there are clues leading to where it might be.
If I could just stay here forever, I would.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it, guys. Yeah, maybe we'll just look around for potential clues.
I wish I had booked a stay for longer.
Yeah, no. I mean, there'd be like footprints everywhere, you know, it's not exactly easy to sort of follow footprints leading to a place where people may have gone to, considering how many guests they have. But alright, let me go back, and I'm just going to check on that computer one more time. I'm pretty sure they mentioned the cabana, and you know, if we have any new ideas, then we'll come back maybe. But if not, then we'll make our way into orbit and we'll see what's going on with that ship. Wedding ring. Dropped on the beach outside entrance to a cabana. Is there more than one cabana? I don't know how big the beach area is. So that's the only possibility that I can think of. Let me just take one more look around. We've been to the cabana over there, right? So I'm just sort of curious to see if there are any others. I didn't see any other cabanas, but who knows? Can harvest from that thing. I'm surprised we can't actually scan it though. What do we have here? A little bit of a stash here. Well, it's not exactly the safest place to keep stuff. And I will loot whatever's in here if it's worthwhile. And who knows, we might even have the ring in here. I mean, highly doubtful, but still. Now we're gonna have to use a couple of these 1 pins here. Okay, so that looks good, and that looks good as well, which means that we should be able to use that and that. Good times. Alright, no. No ring. Definitely a strange place to keep your valuables, though. Okay, I am definitely at a loss. As we're back at the previous cabana. Unless there's another area back here that we're not aware of. So people just like leaving sentient AI adapters lying around. Okay, we've got more stuff here, and it'll be counted as stealing if we took stuff from there. People are doing some shady things in this area. Ooh, okay, right. There's definitely a little bit more here, which we haven't exactly seen before. Seems like a lot of the employees hang around here, maybe.
I'm just glad I don't work on the luxury cruisers that bring me.
One of these days, I'd love to experience this resort the way our guests do.
Yeah, I don't really think that the guests come around here, do they?
I'm here to satisfy your needs. I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
So the staff accommodation seems to be a little bit of a hole, though. So I kind of feel bad for the staff. What is going on over there? Some kind of natural formation. Okay. And this looks like some sort of a canteen area.
Hello there.
Whoop. Ah, bloody hell. Game, why do you do this to me?
Hey there.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of thinking that maybe she lost the ring. Not in a cabana, but like she thought it was a cabana, but it was actually like this canteen. And because she was really drunk, she thought it was a cabana. Maybe. Alright. Let's move on. So, what happens if we follow the pathway? Okay, we just get back here to the lobby. Right. As I said, guys, we're gonna have to come back to the idea of trying to find the ring. Instead, we're gonna head back to the ship, and we'll see if we can make ourselves go back to orbit and approach that ship. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Prima 2 orbit. Ship must be here. Yep, there we go. Let's just cut our engine speed here. One moment, guys. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Just had some real-world stuff to attend to. But let's approach this ship. Firstly, I think they want us to hail it, right? So, let's actually tag the mission here. That'll help. Could you repeat that? Okay, well, definitely didn't help. Let's try and dock. I'm just looking at the ship from the outside here, but I'm not really recognizing the design. It does look kind of cool, though. Anyway, let's dock. And let's find out what's going on inside. A little bit concerning.
Like love.
Alright, do we want to bring any companions? Probably not. Okay, Vasco's just always standing outside of the ship, isn't he? I think this'll be good for close quarters, just in case.
Captain, greetings.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile.
I agree with the captain. Now is the time for diplomacy.
in earshot.
Okay, there are people here. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, well, these are not exactly enemies yet.
You're human.
Human? I didn't know there were any other options.
Oh, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't expect to find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Weird body language there, but anyway. Your ship is unlike any I've seen. Can you tell me about its design?
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
What? Okay, so maybe these guys got lost after the Earth, you know, the Earth's atmosphere disappeared and after the, I guess, disaster. And maybe they're just waking up now? What? Okay. What is this ship?
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world, in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago.
Okay, well, I'm Blue, and I'm here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others.
I think I get what's going on here. So they left before I guess, the peak of the disaster, and probably before grav jump technology was ever invented. So they were using possibly just normal drives to get here, and it's taken them 200 years to arrive. Incredible. 200 years. How did it take you so long to get here?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
Okay. How did you all survive for 200 years?
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
Okay, that is crazy. So they didn't even have, like, cryo tech to freeze people. People just literally had to live out their lives on the ship. So you guys know about the people on the surface?
We do. Well, Sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
Your communications didn't work? Why is that?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to know more, but maybe we should get away from this airlock first.
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am.
Crazy. More than meets the eye, this quest.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time.
We were never trained to
entire
address
generations
threats coming from
born,
outside our ship.
lived and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
I really wish there was a way we could, like, walk at the same speed of these other people.
Then again,
It really drives me nuts.
Just stay out of trouble.
So, here we are. Let's talk.
Sure. So she's the captain. Okay, Captain Diana Brackenridge.
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down.
How long have you been captain?
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly.
How's your crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
Is it difficult being a captain for a colony ship?
Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made.
Well, it sounds like you could use some help with your situation here.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
What's wrong with your communication system?
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest why not SOS or something, you know? But anyway. Well, the people in Paradiso want the same, and they want a resolution, so yes, we'll help.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Why not just find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
But I suppose there must be other, equally, good planets. And they could, you know, set themselves up for a journey to use grav tech, right? I mean, I don't know why that's not possible, but anyway. Yeah, well, we'll try, but diplomacy may require a compromise, so... Or actually, let's ask this question first. If you had a claim to this planet, how could others settle here?
When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony, to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem, but again, here we are now.
Alright, well, we'll try and help you out, but diplomacy may require a compromise.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there.
That seems kind of rich, coming from people who haven't really set anything up on the planet in the first place, you know, and plus we could easily just, seriously blast them out of space if they really wanted to, right? Poramatu's huge. Why not just settle on the other side of it, away from the others?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Are you out of your mind? There's no way they'll go for that.
I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
Jeez, well, I don't know. They seem a little bit entitled, don't you think? I mean, I'm more inclined to go with the people of Paradiso. They've got things already set up there. Look, yeah, it is kind of circumstantial, isn't it? I do feel sorry for them because, you know, the claim to the planet was made, you know, over 200 years ago now. And
What's it
obviously it
looking like,
wasn't
Ray?
taken seriously, which, you know, they should have. But anyway, let's have a chat with various people here. Omani Reader.
I know Captain Brackenridge has essentially given you free rein to wander the ship, but security will still be watching you closely. I hope you understand, given we have so little experience with people from the outside. It pays to take security seriously, something I understand much better now than in my youth.
Okay, it doesn't look so old, so...
Wow. I've heard about you, but here you are.
We've got strict rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here,
We don't need to
but
see
I'm
what
glad
you can
for it.
Hey, if you ever want some piloting tips, I'm your chica. Hey, so it is true. An actual stranger aboard our ship? Wow.
You don't get many visitors, I take it?
We don't get any. We never expected to meet anyone else traveling the stars. But if you're here, that must mean there are others. Kind of incredible that we never bumped into anyone. Either we took a strange route, or the vastness of space just makes chance encounters unlikely. Maybe some combination of the two. Either way, I'm so relieved to find out that we're not alone out here.
Well, I'm Blue. Didn't catch your name.
Oh, geez. Sorry, of course you don't know my name. We never met. I'm Yue. Wow, I never thought this would happen.
Good meeting you, Yue. I'll let you get back to whatever it is that you're doing here.
Sure. Well, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
What do you think now that you know that there are others out there?
It's incredible. I'm pretty excited to meet new people and ask them all sorts of questions. I wonder about all we've missed this whole time while humanity has advanced around us.
What do you do here on the ship?
Oh, I'm the navigation officer, though I switch between nav and piloting. I'll be honest, the ship pretty much flies itself. Its destination hasn't changed since it launched, and we're here now, so I'm not sure what's next.
If the ship flies itself, why does it even need a navigator?
See, the nav system's not perfect. We encounter stuff that our forebears didn't originally count on. Astral bodies, space debris, stuff like that. So sometimes I need to take manual control and get out of tricky situations. Then there was the time I used those unaccounted for anomalies to our advantage. Slingshotted us around a few stars that weren't supposed to be there, saved some fuel and knocked a few decades off our journey. Pretty incredible stuff.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, well, I mean, it's a shame they don't have grav drive technology, obviously, but
I'll be watching the skies for you.
I'm always amazed at how NASA scientists can calculate, you know, exact flight paths and doing all the slingshot calculations to, you know, make the journey as efficient as possible. I'm glad that stuff like that is still being explored in this game, well, at least with these people anyway.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going...
Just gonna do a little bit more exploring before we sort of continue on with our quest line here. I am curious to see what the ship is like. And if they've got like a lot of colonists, like, you know, surely there would be like a larger space for all the colonists, right? Seems a little bit small of a space for the amount of colonists that we have. So this is the captain's office, I guess? Rupert L. Brackenridge. Okay, this is, I guess, her father, or maybe grandfather? Maybe this is her father. I like that they have all of this detail.
I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life.
I'm not sure if we've actually seen Great Expectations. My father's family name being Perup and my Christian name Philip, my infant tongue could make of both names nothing longer or more explicit than Pip. So I called myself Pip and came to be called Pip. Charles Dickens' 13th novel is the coming-of-age tale of an orphan boy named Pip as he navigates the agendas of those around him, like the eccentric Miss Havisham.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting.
There's an elevator there. Ooh, look at this. Damn, alright, they've got like
We were never trained to
a
address
botany
threats coming
section.
from outside our ship.
I wonder how many other planets
Julia
are out there that
Yang.
we live on.
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about. I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what it means to be a chief historian?
If you ask around, people will either tell you my job is absolutely critical to the mission, or I just hang out, read, and watch movies. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of chief historian. Generations ago, it used to be lawkeeper of humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty. While I don't think my job is as important as captain, engineering officer, or cultivation manager, it's still vital to our mission.
Lorekeeper of Humanity sounds way cooler, though. Do you enjoy what you do?
I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own.
Sorry if this is too personal, but why can't you have children?
It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it.
Yeah, okay. I see how that works. I mean, they are probably just keeping a good balance of how much resources they have on the ship. And obviously having too many kids or, too many people on board will tip things out of balance. So you were assigned this job?
Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical. Someone has to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job or exceptionally good at another in order to be moved. But that rarely happens.
Can you tell me more about the duties of the chief historian?
I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children and any adults who are looking to learn about Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive so that we never forget where we came from.
Sounds like important work.
Thanks for saying so.
So what can you tell me about the Constant?
As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Why is the ship called the ECS Constant?
ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure, so ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
So, how long have you guys been traveling?
Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So, about 190 years now. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers.
Yeah, we heard about that. So who were the original crew of the Constant?
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appear to be wrong.
I wonder if they know what's happened to Earth. Anyway. Cool. Well, I think I know enough now.
You know where to find me if you ever want to know more. I hope you'll come back.
You've been on
There's
lots
so
of cool
much to
places.
learn.
Just like in the old movies.
I wonder if we can have a chat with any of these
I'm glad
kids.
you're not an alien, but that would have been so cool.
Miss Julia, I have a question.
Sure. What is it?
If there were animals on
Antique
Earth,
computers.
why aren't there any animals
Nice.
here?
Oh. Well, there wasn't enough room on board when our ancestors left.
Yeah, very interesting
Just because our
ship.
equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Wow. Hi.
Daisuke Levitz.
We've had to do our fair share of recycling on the Constant. Not exactly a lot of places to get new goods. There. Oh!
Hi, I'm Blue, and I'm probably the first person from the outside that you've met.
Nice to meet you. And that's true. As you can imagine, everyone kind of just knows each other around here. Meeting new people isn't really a thing for us.
I wonder how many people they actually have on this colony ship. Yeah, it's perfectly understandable.
Right? We've been cooped up together in this ship all our lives. So outside of births, there's literally no way for new people to arrive, you know? Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk.
Where do you get your supplies if you've never had contact with anyone?
We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled. Even the food. In a roundabout way. If you know what I mean. It works out for the most part. Because it has to. You'll sense a running theme with that around here.
So, this is some kind of shop?
Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies. Or, where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out.
Okay, cool.
Be seeing you.
I was kind of curious to see if they had, you know, anything that we could
am I glad
check
you
out.
weren't some sort of alien or something.
There's so much more.
Look at all of that. I wonder if there's scope for us to make something like that in our own ship. Because that'd be kind of cool. I guess we would need like a gigantic ship though.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task.
Amin Kazemi.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
We have tech called a grav drive that allows a ship to bend space.
I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
I get it. You want to know about what's changed since your ship departed.
Indeed. Thank you for being so kind and indulging me. You must understand how thrilling this news is for someone like me. Someone who suspected this encounter was, in fact, possible.
So, what do you do as chief engineer?
Some may say I'm a master of keeping things together with nothing but duct tape and bubblegum. Well, if we had any gum left. Pretty sure that ran out 100 years ago. When I'm not dealing with catastrophic engine failures, I manage the other engineers. We maintain all the machinery, computers, you name it. We keep the life support on, and the ship flying.
If your predecessors knew about grav drives, why didn't they wait instead of setting out?
Great question. I do not know for sure, but I can venture a guess. All of the reading I've done on the matter suggests that at the time, there was uncertainty that the technology would ever work, or if it did, that it would work at the scale we needed. So, I trust they made the decision to strike out when they did, fully believing it was the only way.
With a ship this old, do you have any good, heroic engineering stories?
Many years ago, when I was a junior engineer, the reactor's computer burned out. The computer that controls the reactor's various regulators. I'll spare you the details, but when that happens, the ship and everyone on it is in danger of turning into a mess of hot slag. I had to jury-rig parts from old media devices to prevent a meltdown. And that's how I became the boss around here.
You said you had a lot more questions for me?
Yes! So many! Does everyone have their own spaceships like you? Do people only live on naturally habitable planets, or did they learn to terraform? Are we in contact with alien species? I have so many more, but I don't want to take up all your time.
Well, not everyone has ships, but many people do.
Haha! I knew it! Incredible! Amazing! Simply amazing! In our ancestors' time, only the very wealthy could afford to build ships. Even this ship was only possible by our families pulling together nearly all of their financial resources.
No terraforming, but there are colonies on inhospitable planets. We just use hab units and suits.
I'm not surprised. The amount of energy it would take to terraform an entire planet seems improbable. I can assume these types of colonies are strictly for mining and gathering rare resources, since there are nearly limitless habitable planets to choose from out there.
No sentient life as far as we can tell, but plenty of diverse living creatures.
Disappointing, but not unexpected. When you showed up, I tried to tell the others about the Fermi paradox. I suggested that the most likely explanation for you was that humanity had developed faster, more advanced technology and had leapfrogged us. Seems I was right.
Cool. Well, look, that's all the questions that I have time for right now.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I can have a bit of a big personality, I'm told. So let me know if I ever get on your nerves.
Alright, cool.
See you!
Seems like a pretty decent guy. Decent engineer. Okay, we've got the reactor computer here. I get the feeling that we're going to be given the option to either get these guys on the planet or to sabotage this ship and actually cause like some kind of catastrophic disaster on the ship. I really don't want to do that. I don't know. I hope there's going to be the option for a compromise between the two, and not like one way or the other. So we'll see how that goes, but anyway, I think we're gonna have to call the episode here. This ship is gigantic, guys, so when we come back, we're gonna explore the ship even more, and once we're satisfied that we've had a chat with all of the unique NPCs, we'll then head back down to Paradiso, and then we'll discuss what comes next. Hopefully nothing drastic, but we'll see. Righto guys, hope you enjoyed this episode, and hope you're looking forward to the next one. Stay true, bye bye.